Most mafia stories end in bloodshed, indictments, or exile. But one family not only survived the fall of the old criminal empires, they evolved beyond them. Meet the Inzerillo-Gambino Alliance, the transatlantic mafia dynasty that the FBI, Interpol, and even Italy's anti-mafia task forces have struggled to dismantle. Their secret: they didn't just operate outside the law, they operated around it. Born in the ashes of a mafia civil war in 1980s Sicily, the Inzerillos escaped to America, striking a historic deal with the powerful Gambino family: exile in exchange for survival. But exile turned into reinvention. From New York to Palermo, they built a global criminal corporation. At first, it looked like your typical mob playbook, moving money through casinos, nightclubs, and restaurants. But as the old families fell, the Inzerillos kept rising, amassing a fortune through luxury real estate, green energy contracts, tourism investments, and even political donations. They didn't smuggle drugs, they managed logistics firms. They didn't carry weapons, they carried diplomatic immunity and Ivy League degrees. This was no longer the mafia of street hits and blood oaths. This was a multinational enterprise so deeply woven into global finance and political influence that even law enforcement admitted removing them could destabilize local economies. So prosecutors tried. They failed. Every time they built a case, the structure shifted. Every time arrests were made, the leadership moved, legally, quietly, and untouchably. Today, the Inzerillo-Gambino network thrives in legal gray zones where money becomes influence, shell companies become shields, and passports become protection. This is the new face of the mob. A shadowy consortium with tentacles in every lucrative industry, bankrolling politicians, controlling the media, and manipulating markets, all from the shadows. Take, for instance, the curious case of the Russian oligarch. Despite being sanctioned by the US government, he seems to be everywhere, living in a mansion in Dubai, flying on a private jet to Moscow, and vacationing on a super yacht in the Mediterranean. And he's also on the FBI's most wanted list for bank fraud and money laundering. So how does he do it? Well, allegedly through the Inzerillo-Gambino network, funneling money through offshore accounts and using shell companies to buy and sell assets. All perfectly legal transactions on paper, but in reality, a clever way to launder money and evade sanctions. Meet the new mafia. They don't need to break the system anymore. They've become the system.